Good afternoon, everybody. George DeBobby here at Maryville College on the beautiful campus here in Maryville, Tennessee. Historic Honaker Field lays out before you as we get ready for the first game of the season for the Fighting Scots. They're taking on the Berry University Vikings here at Maryville College. This is the 7th consecutive year that these two teams open up and oppose each other. They meet today here on Honaker Field. It's a daunting task for the Maryville Fighting Scots as the Vikings come in ranked in the preseason, the number 16th ranked team in the country. Also, an exciting history surrounds these teams. Both of them went to the 2018 NCAA playoffs, and Berry defeated Maryville in the first round. In the second round, Berry went to Texas and got defeated by Mary Hardin Baylor. So the seventh consecutive season, this will be the 8th game. And this is a rivalry that's starting to get bigger and bigger. It's one of the South's emerging rivalries in Division III. The rivalry opened up in Berry College's first year of football back in 2013. Maryville won the first 3 games, but has lost the last 3 regular season contests and the last year's round 1 of the NC Division III playoffs. This game over the last 7 years has been characterized by big plays and turnovers. It's kind of been the marquee for both teams. Maryville had long runs of 75 and 69 yards respectively by Deshaun Whitlock and Raquan Neal in the 2014 game. In the 2016 game, Berry forced 7 turnovers, stunning the Scots 34-33. In 2017, Maryville, trailing by 6 points with 40 seconds left to go in the game, fumbled on the Viking 4-yard line. And then last November in round 1 of the NCAA playoff, Berry's Joe Connors ripped off a 75-yard run. It was Maryville's second loss to Berry in the 2018 season and 4th in a row. Well, on the field of play, the USA South Coach of the Year, Sean Hayes, will conduct Maryville's business on the east side of Honaker Field. That's the side closest to you as you view the video. And equally impressive on the other side of the field, the Southern Athletic Association Coach of the Year, Tony Konchesky, will patrol the west side as you face Berry College on the far side of the field. It's a new season, though, with some new and some returning players. We'll have to replace the Scots' all-time leading rusher, Elijah Chenier. Last year, Elijah had just short of 1,000 yards, 942. And we'll also have to replace the number 1 running back slated for this year, who recently departed the program for personal reasons, Marcus Pierce. He left unexpectedly. He was slated to replace Chenier. So that's basically how we're going to set this game up. The beautiful day today. Temperature a little warm, but we've got a breeze that's coming out of the west. And that breeze looks like it'll be coming from your left to right, somewhat across the field. If you look at the flags are basically coming from west to east. So it's a pretty nice breeze up here in the press box today at Maryville College. Some notes we get ready to talk about. Some notes today. Berry ranked 16th, was 10-2 last year, won the SAA conference with a record of 7-1. And Maryville won the USA South outright, although it was their 4th championship. They won it outright with a 7-0 record, a perfect, unblemished season for the Scots. Some of the notes you may want to talk about as we get ready to go. Again, this is the 16th ranked team in the country coming up, the Vikings from Berry University. Again, in the regular season, Maryville was 7-2, and they were 7-0 during conference play. They had one game canceled was Washington and Lee due to a hurricane from last year, which went up toward Virginia. And Maryville did lose in the first round of the NCAA playoff to Berry. Berry 9-1 in the regular season, as I said, 7-1 in the Southern Athletic Association, and 1-1 postseason. They beat Maryville in the first round, and then the following week they lost to Mary Hardin Baylor, who I believe was the number 2 team in the country last year. Last year was Maryville College's second invitation to the NCAA football postseason. The first time was back, I believe, in 2013, and that was under a different coach at that time. Coach Konchesky, again, Coach of the Year. He's had the upper hand, and last 4 games were won by the Vikings. For the Scots out on the field, looking at their captains, Bo Herring, number 50 for Maryville, number 72, Kyle Larson, and number 6, I believe there's 2 6s. That's going to be Trenton Cumby, number 6. And I cannot see the numbers. Number 60 for the Vikings is one of your captains. That's Antonio Brown. And number 48, I believe, out there is Jack Carroll. He's a linebacker. Can't see the other gentleman's sitting down. Doesn't have a number. And I'll get you the number of the man on the left. Maryville with the bagpipes out on the field right now as the Scots get ready to come out to start the 2019 season. The toss was won by Berry, and they'll receive, and they'll go into the north end zone. Maryville in the garnet and gray. Their colors are garnet and orange. Berry is the navy and silver. They're in the white today, so we get ready to go. The other captain was number 6 for Berry, and that would be James Arsenault. I believe the Scots getting ready to come out. Full house today here at Maryville. Lots of tailgate as usual, and we get ready to go. And here come the Fighting Scots. Captains meet the players coming out on the field. Maryville will be starting a new quarterback this year. Well, I shouldn't say new, a young quarterback this year. The quarterback should be Nelson Smith. He's a 6'1", 195-pound sophomore. And Smith hails from Goodlettsville, Tennessee, went to Beach High School. Be interesting to see who's going to be at running back, as Maryville had not decided before the game. It was going to be a game-time decision. Looks like it might be Rodney Murray. Watch for number 29. He's 5'9", 210-pound junior. Also, we want to take a look at Maryville. Another running back who was out most of the year last year, after half of the year anyway, Jacob Bunch from Bean Station, Tennessee, went to Granger County High School. He's a 6'1", 210-pound running back, broke his ankle or leg, I believe, last season. So he should be in there as well. At center will be the senior Jaden Harris. At left tackle, going to be the senior Zach Lehman. At left guard, Kyle Larson, the senior. Right tackle, Maryville will be starting a freshman in Jace Britton. Right guard, Devian Montgomery. And wide receiver starting as listed will be Andrew Gentry and Jacob Cortez. And that will be Maryville starting. And we get ready to go. On offense, look for quarterback Heath Birchfield, the senior. Right tackle Heathcock. Seal right guard Ryan Williams at the center, left guard Bishop, and Antonio Brown left tackle. Running back, look for Isaiah Dawson. Tight end, Hayden Murphy. Wide receiver, Cade Kennemore. All-American, preseason All-American, Mason Kinsey at wide receiver, and TJ Watkins. And we're ready to go. And the season is underway. And a short kick at the 16-yard line. Picked up and across the 30 and out across the 35. Goes Watkins for the Vikings. First and 10 for Berry College. Tailback will be number 4. And the quarterback will be Birchfield. They'll go from a spread offense with a wing on the right, one tailback. Slot back in motion, and they'll go right up the middle. And they're going to pound that rock for about 7 or 8 yards, maybe more. And I think that's going to be the game plan for the Vikings. Going to get 8 yards on that play. Dawson Maryville much smaller on that defensive line. Number 12 coming out this way is the All-American Mason Kinsey. Quarterback with another handoff. No, he'll go back to pass. Going to look over the middle and go deep. And wide open, caught, and falling down at the 5-yard line is the receiver for Berry College, Watkins. And the Maryville defender, Jeremy Hardnett, kind of got sucked in on that play. So a long pass of about 54 yards. Ball at the 5, first and goal, maybe the 6. Going to hand the ball right up the middle, and a tackle right at the line of scrimmage by Maryville's Kaylin Davis, linebacker. Davis from Marietta, Georgia. No gain. Well, they've got it. The ball's at the 6, opening drive for the Vikings. 50-yard, 5-yard pass. Got him back in a tailback for the Vikings. Joe Wallace. Joe Wallace, experienced running back. Going to go back to pass, throw the ball, and caught in the corner. Touchdown. Just came right up, Kinsey, right up to the flag and turned around, and referee says touchdown, Vikings, 6-0. 12:55 left to go, first quarter. Kicker, Trey Gregory, getting ready to kick. 6-0. Set, snap, ball goes up. Officials signal good, and it's 7-0. Berry over Maryville on their opening drive. Berry goes 58 yards. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everybody. The score 7-0 as Gregory kicks the extra point. Birchfield passes to Mason Kinsey for 6 yards, touchdown. with 12:55 left to go, first quarter. Maryville. Davis back for Maryville. Ball going to go to Davis at the goal line. Going to come up and gets hit at the 15 or 16 yard line, and Davis loses about 9 yards there by taking the ball from the end zone. Fair catch signal or just need it in the end zone. Did it come out to the 25? Quarterback for Maryville. Number 22, we talked about him earlier. Nelson Smith. Running back number 29 for Maryville, Rodney Murphy. Murphy going to get a couple of yards. Make that Murray. Second down, split way out wide to this side. Looks like Shamar Collier. Smith from the shotgun, looks to pass. And Smith runs out of bounds. Receiver that time, Collier, all he needed to do was turn upfield. He did not turn upfield. He just kind of went to the sideline. A gain of about 2, be third down. Well, it's no gain basically. It's a loss of 2. I'm in a place that I can't see. Third down and 8. Nelson Smith back to pass. Looking. Going to get to the... We're going to get the first down as he gets out to the 28-yard line. Maryville's first down, ball at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for Maryville. Maryville's opening drive. They down 7-0 to Berry with 11:20 left to go, first period. Smith from the shotgun, 3 wideouts. Far side, up the middle, and we're going to get maybe a yard gain out to the 30. Bunch back in action after being out most of the year last year. Gets 2 out to the 30. Second and 8. From the shotgun. And bounce to the outside is Bunch. And Bunch is going to get about a yard as he runs back into the flow. And into that mesh, he got bounced out of the way by his own tackler. Gain of 2, 3rd and 6. Bunch still the ball carrier. And they're going to throw this ball downfield. They're throwing it out of bounds, double covered. Only 3 men in the pattern. 7 drop back. See what the flag is. Officials call number 26. Never said what it was, but it looks like it was encroachment or offsides. So that's going to be 3rd and 1 for Maryville. Michael Bailey for Maryville, wide out this side. Or is that? That's Jeremy. That's Pierre Watkins, excuse me. Man in motion going left, right. And right up the middle is the big tailback for Maryville, gets the first down. And that's Bunch. And Bunch did that last year and was kind of a rising star until he broke his leg last year. 1st and 10, Maryville's second first down. Two wideouts on the left side. That's Watkins and Ogle. Actually, there's three out there now. 1st and 10. Back to pass. Maryville, little screen pass to the outside. And Maryville's going to get about 4 yards. Good tackling on the defense by the Vikings. Shelton on the tackle. 2nd and 6. Good gain on 1st down. Maryville at the 44, their opening possession. 9:03 left to go first period. They're down 7-0. Little carry by the quarterback, and he's going to get close to the 1st down. I believe he gets the 1st down. Tackle made by number 44, Blake Phillips, the senior. The ball out to the 50, Maryville's 3rd 1st down. Coach Martin down on the sidelines, waving right about the 50-yard line. Calling the plays today. Played at Tennessee. He was a receiver and then went to the NFL for several years. Very, very nice man. Very, very knowledgeable. And again, it's another little option. And quarterback gets out of bounds. Oh, they spot gave him 1 yard, but he didn't get a good spot there. Ball across the 50 with 8:15 left to go in this first period. Maryville down 7-0. Tailback for Maryville is 23, a freshman, Chris Hawkins. Hawkins from Jefferson City High School. Motion goes Ogle, right to left. To Hawkins. Hawkins into the mesh. Hawkins going to get maybe a yard. Be 3rd down, and let's call it a long 8. Well, no gain is what the officials say. 3rd down for Maryville right now. So the 10th play of the drive, which started on the 15. 3rd and 9. Back to pass, looking. Little screen pass to the outside. And not getting the 1st down is Hawkins on a little screen play. Let's see what Maryville does. 4th down and 5. And again, I thought the ball was across the 45, but was set back. Maryville going to go on 4th down, 4th and 5. This is about where the ball goes over. This is about where the Vikings started from. Let's see what Maryville can do. Maryville going to try to draw them off sides. Clock don't see the play clock not working on the field. Maryville's going to take the delay of game. The play clock, or the clock on the field, which we can watch, the actual play clock, both of them are not working, or we can't see them. So the ball back to the 50 and back deep. Hubbs, the senior from Palm Coast, Florida, will punt. See what we can do here. And the referee going to call that on Maryville. And it's going to be a great punt, but it's going to come back. And the referee, I think, called that from the coaches yelling from the press box. I agree, he did move forward, but well within the envelope. Maryville was, in their last game, was saddled with penalties against the Vikings. First penalty of the game, and that'll take it back to the 45. That was a good punt. It was inside the 5-yard line. 5:27 left to go. Maryville down 7-0 here at home. Hub's getting ready to kick. And this one's going to go about the same way, but it's going to be a fair catch. And on that penalty, they gained about 20 yards. So the ball out to the 22 or 23. It'll be the second possession for the Vikings. They lead 7-0 with 5:18 left to go in the first quarter. Barry's going to take over at the 24. Joe Wallace returning tailback in there. And the ball to Wallace, and Wallace is going to get mitt at the line of scrimmage. Good tackle right there by tackle. Cumbie makes the tackle. And Eccles also in on the tackle. Eccles, a senior defensive lineman from Statesville, North Carolina. 2nd and 9. They're going to go back to pass, looking to throw the little flare pass out here to the tailback out of the backfield as everybody cleared out upfield. It was intended for Wallace, incomplete. 3rd and 9. Somebody's got a spy on that tailback coming out. On this side will be their All-American Mason Kinsey, the senior. Birchfield looking to the sidelines with 4:36 left to go in this first quarter. 7-0. Going to shift their tight end. That's and now we get a timeout as they were misaligned. First timeout. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Maryville down 7-0 here in the first quarter. The Maryville College Athletic Department would like to thank their key sponsors for the 2019-2020 season. Blunt Partnership, Kenjo Markets, Go Tees, Premier Transportation, LeConte Wealth Management, the Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. They all support the Fighting Scots. Please support your local businesses and thank them for making Blount County and Maryville a community so special that we call it home, and so do the Maryville College students. 7-0 your score here in the first quarter. Berry over Maryville. They scored on their first possession, 4:33 left to go in this first period. Berry faces a 3rd down and 9. 3 wideouts, 2 right, 1 left. Birchfield, and we got an offsides by Kinsey, the senior. Named preseason All-American. He was ready to go. So that makes it 3rd and 14. Sets the ball back to the 20. Gonna split a tight end out this side and 2 wideouts on the far side. Maryville going to go ahead and they're going to hand the ball off. Not getting the first down is the tailback, number 21. Running back, Darius Barnum. They may go for it here. Let's see. And they're going to send the punt team in. So Maryville holds. Good run on that draw play. Pretty good call. Pope, the punter. And back deep for Maryville is number 5, which is Clayton Ogle. Little high snap. Nice high punt. Ogle going to call for a fair catch. And he does at the 31-yard line. So Maryville holds on their second defensive possession. They're down 7-0 here in the first quarter. 3:38 left to go. Nice crisp day. Wind has died down. Temperature is going to be close to the mid-80s or 90s. Let's see what we've got right now. Right now it says 86 degrees. Maryville on offense. Back to pass. Over the middle. Caught, complete. And that pass was complete to Gentry. Tackle made by Harris. 5-yard gain for Maryville. There's plenty of room in the middle in front of the linebackers generally. Gentry in motion. Going to hand the ball off into the outside, getting good yardage and getting the first down for Maryville is Rodney Murray. Murray, 5'9", 210 pounds from Siegel High School in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. He's a stud, 5'9", 210. First and 10 for the Scots. Smith looking over the defense. Like a cover 2 defense. Little blitz from the linebackers. Little pass to the outside, and that's a pass interference. Clearly pass interference. You could hear it, you could see it. No call. So that'll make it 2nd and 10. Linebacker got there a little early. Undetected by the official. Little draw play right up the middle, and it's Maryville's Jacob Bunch, 6'1", 210. Palmer on the tackle. 3rd and 4. Maryville's second possession. First possession was a pretty good one. 3 first downs, but they had to punt. 3rd and, let's call it a long 4. And it goes right up the middle to Bunch, and he's not going to get the first down, but he's going to be awful close. Well, they got the first down, so Maryville gets that first down by a hair. Smith getting ready to go here. Sends a man in motion, and it's Bunch right up the middle, and Bunch going to get about 2, maybe 3. Looks like 2. Murray getting ready to go back in for Maryville. It's a pretty good tandem of running backs for Maryville, trying to replace Maryville's all-time leading rusher, Elijah Chenier. Chenier was a little stud, too, about 5'10", 185. Murray is 5'9", 210. And getting to the outside, maybe a yard. Murray gets out to the 45 of Berry. Going to end up here. The first quarter will be over, and we'll switch fields here in a second. After the first quarter, it will be the Berry University Vikings leading 7-0 over Maryville here at Maryville. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. George DeBobby here at Maryville College, where it's the start of the second quarter, 7-0 Berry over Maryville. Maryville with a third down in, let's call it 7. Tailback looks like Murray. Quarterback Smith looking over the defense. 4 receivers in the pattern. Go back to pass. Quick pass and complete. Out to the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for Maryville. That gain about 16 yards. Nice quick pass. If he can throw the ball quickly, and he'll get used to it. He's just a sophomore. And if he can get used to throwing the ball quick, he's got that good arm. Good high school player at Beach. Ball at the 30, deepest penetration for Maryville. Smith looking over the defense. Maryville on the move. Back to pass. And throw the ball deep downfield. It's a touchdown by Maryville, and they're also going to get pass interference on, looks like Jordan Wilson. Pass of 30 yards. Touchdown Maryville. And the receiver for Maryville is a 6'3 sophomore, Austin Burke from Soddy Daisy, Tennessee, 6'3", 185, going against Wilson, who's listed as 5'11", 165. So Maryville getting ready to attempt the point after. Ian Hubbs getting ready to attempt the extra point. Snap, set, kick goes up. And it's good. It's 7-7 as Maryville opens up the second quarter with a huge drive and a big pass from Smith to Austin Burke. 7-7 your score. We'll have the stats for you here in a second as they come up. It's a 30-yard pass to Burke from Nelson Smith. 14-19 left. It's a 9-play, 70-yard drive by the Scots. Maryville getting ready to kick off. And this one's going to sail back to the 7-yard line. Picked up by Edwards. And getting good and still going. Maryville with poor tackling right there. Getting out was TJ Watkins. So that's a good kickoff. Went from the 7. Let's call it a 41-yard kickoff return. It's like a new quarterback in there. Quarterback with the pass, and it's going to be close to the first down. Quarterback is Gavin Gary. 2nd down and 1 here early in the second quarter. 13:46 left to go. Your score tied 7-7. 2nd down 1, and the ball gets by the quarterback and goes all the way back. It's going to be a 9-yard loss. Back inside Maryville territory at the 49. So it'll be 3rd and 10. Snap went wide left. Center is Rylan Williams, a junior, 6'3", 265. 3rd down and 10. Gray for Barry, goes back to pass. Little rush, and that ball's hit. And I don't know if it's a fumble or not. No, they're calling it an incompleted pass. Officials say that it was going forward. And Maryville holds. Couldn't see who got in there. It looked like it was Brandon Lurie from Kingston, Tennessee. Back deep for Maryville is Clayton Ogle. And it's going to be an end-over-end kick. And it's going to go inside the 10, about the 8-yard line. So Maryville takes over, 12:35 left to go in the second quarter. It's 7-7. Maryville and Barry knotted at 7. It's a non-conference game, the 9th game for this team, the 7th, make it 8th season opener. They played twice last year. They opened last year, and then also they were pitted against each other in the first round of the NCAA. Smith standing at the goal line. Back to pass, caught, complete. Oh, incomplete. That was incomplete to the tight end for Maryville. Terry Stewart missed that. New quarterback for Maryville is Trevor Thomas from Lindale, Georgia. 6 feet 160, sophomore. Going to hand the ball off, and turning it upfield, getting a little bit of yardage is Jacob Bunch. So it'll be 3rd down. Third down, 7, ball out to the 10-yard line. Pretty tough position to put the quarterback in, but this is the way you get experience, and it's good to see. In case somebody gets hurt, you got 2 quarterbacks. Thomas, who played a little bit last year, he'll go back to pass on 3rd and long. Going to get back, and he's going to jig upfield, and he's not going to get the first down. Got back to the line of, where did he get to? Let's see where they placed the ball. Out to the 11, so got back to about the line of scrimmage. Good thing there is they didn't panic and he didn't throw the ball away. So getting back to punt is Hubbs, and back deep is Kinsey. That long punt return on the possession before by Barry will put them in some pretty good field position. And we've got delay a game. Second one for Maryville. Again, the clock is not operating, but they should be able to get a signal from the referee at 10 seconds. They should start counting from the official, the U-back or the umpire. He's standing at the 15-yard line there. It's going to be a short, high punt and caught at the 39-yard line. So just a 29-yard punt by Hubbs gives the Vikings pretty good field position at the Maryville 39. Was against the wind. That penalty hurt. So at the 39, 1st and 10 here in the second quarter. It's 7-7, 10:28 left to go. We're at historic Honaker Field on the campus of Maryville College. New quarterback, it looks like. Yeah, it is. And they're just going to pound the rock. This is their goal line defense. Goal line offense, excuse me. That quarterback is Heath Birchfield. I thought it was a new quarterback, was not. Tailback is number 25, Zach Fuller. Fuller 5'6", 175. 2nd and 8. It's a good time to throw one downfield. Backs have to be wary of the play fake. And they're going to throw the ball out and going to get really, really good yardage on the little turn-in. Be 3rd down, I believe. 3rd down and 1. Tanner, a sophomore defensive back from CAK, Christian Academy of Knoxville. New quarterback. Going to throw that screen pass. It's incomplete. Corby Wilson. It's 4th down. 4th and a long 1. Looks like they're going to go for the first down here. Birchfield in at quarterback. 1-on-1 way out here. Send a man in motion. And going to be close.
Half a yard short. Better not move that forward.
See where they set it.
About a foot short.
Looks short from here. Close enough to measure.
About a foot short.
It's very, very close. Be nice if Maryville could have a stop here. First down by the nose of the ball. And that's the way the ball bounces. 9:13 left to go. 7-7 your score. Good job by both teams. Ball at the 29-yard line. 7-7 your score. Birchfield will set up. Man in motion. Gets the ball on the little swing reverse, and he's going to get about 5 yards out to the 24. Little fly sweep from the backside. And that was Cade Kennemore, the wide receiver, on the end around. Flanker around, wide receiver around, whatever. He'll get 5 yards. Birchfield looking over the defense. Going to go back to pass. And he's going to get the first down. Watkins, 5'10", 170 from Rome, Georgia. It's a little chunkier than that. Watson on the tackle, 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Ball at the 17-yard line, 1st and 10. Dawson, the tailback. Birchfield, the quarterback. Go back to pass. And he's tackled from the backside by none other than Trenton Cumby. Ball back to the 20. It'll be 2nd and 12. Cumby on the backside. He'll come out and get a breather. And he'll be replaced by Trey Chandler. Tailback is Wallace. High snap, little pitch to Wallace. Wallace looking to get outside, and he'll bull his way down across the 15. Just across the 15. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Make it 3rd down and 7. 7 minutes left to go, 2nd quarter. 7-7 here at Maryville. It's Berry in the white with the ball. Birchfield trying to pick up some yardage here. Keep the drive going for the Vikings. He's going to go back to pass. Not much pressure, and on the little looking pass, they're going to get the first down or close to it. Should be close to the first down. Let's see. It is not. Now they're going to measure. Hard yardage for both sides. Maryville College Athletic Department would like to thank their key sponsors for the 2019 and 20 season. Blunt Partnership, Kenjo Markets, Go Tees, Premier Transportation, Lacotte Wealth Management, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. They support Maryville College. Please support them. And it's not a fourth down. Not a first down. It's another 4th down. It's going to be 4th down and about a foot length of the ball. One wide out. That's Kinsey. Goal line defense, goal line offense in there. Birchfield. And getting in the line of scrimmage. And is there a fumble? I see no signal yet. I guess it was a fumble. Fumble down on the goal line. And it was recovered. Maryville takes over at the 6. Did not see who recovered that. First turnover of the game. So Maryville at the 5 takes over with 6:06 left to go, leaving the score at 7-7. And it's Murray Pounding the rock out to maybe a yard gain. Trevor Thomas. And Murray carry the ball. Got no gain. Maryville needs to get some yardage on these first down plays. Thomas standing at the goal line. And out to the 10-yard line, caught complete. By Brandon Cloyd. Cloyd from Hardin Valley, Tennessee. It's 3rd and 6. Just got that pass off in time. Waiting for the plays to come in. Murray, the tailback, to the right of Trevor Thomas. Almost intercepted.
Almost a pick there.
Ball was intended for Shamar Collier. Be 4th down. So Maryville holding on with 4:46 left to go. The score tied 7-7, but they've spent most of this quarter deep in their own territory on offense and defending. Back deep is Kimsey. Six feet 195, preseason All-American. Snap a good one. And this is going to be another short kick. And it's going to roll out to the 44-yard line. So just inside the 45, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings. The defense goes back out there with not much rest. 4:31 left to go. Defense has been out there a long time. So at the 44-yard line. Birchfield. Back to pass, going to throw the ball long. And caught, complete. Touchdown. Just a straight fly pattern down the field by Kimsey. And a perfect pass, touchdown. 44-yard pass play, making it 13-7. Gray with the pass. Extra point attempt. And that sails through, and the official signal good. 14-7 your score with 4:29 left to go in this second period. It was a one-play drive for 44 yards. Says it only took 2 seconds, and that's pretty hard to do. If you can run 44 yards in 2 seconds, you need to be in the Olympics. Some stats: first down, Maryville 7, Berry 4, 2 passing, 5 rushing. The 4 for Berry, 3 passing, 1 rushing. Maryville 4 of 7 from third down efficiency. The Vikings 0 of 4 on fourth down efficiency. Maryville has not attempted it, but the Vikings are 1 of 2. Maryville has won 26 plays for 112 yards, averaging 4.3 yards per carry. Net passing 62 yards. They are 6 of 9. On the Viking side, they have run 21 total plays, 152 yards, 7.2 yards per play, 126 yards passing. They are 7 for 10 passing. 12 yards per play. Sideways kick And he picks it up. And down the sideline, picking it up, they call him stepping out of bounds at the 15. Again, poor special team play by Maryville, but pretty tough play by the receiver there. That ball just kind of landed and needed to pick it up. I don't think you can fault the kick return man there. So Maryville with 4:18 left to go in this second quarter, down by 7, 14-7. We'll start with Nelson Smith at quarterback and Jacob Bunch in the backfield. Smith looking over the defense. Man in motion is Gentry. Back to pass. Little swing pass out to Bunch. Bunch going to get about, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. Bunch needs to make sure on that little safety valve that he's got a little yardage upfield. Just a yard gain. You got to get yardage. You got to go forward. They'll work on that. Smith looking to the sidelines. Smith from Goodlettsville, Tennessee. 6'1", 195. And the ball to Bunch. Bunch puts his head down. He's going to get about 2, maybe 3. He's going to get out to the 19. Be about 3rd and 5. Maryville down by 7. It's 14-7 with 3:17 left to go in this second quarter here at Maryville College. Maryville had an opportunity after a fumble. Maryville had the ball and had to punt, and then on the first play, the Vikings throw a 44-yard touchdown pass. And Maryville moves. Now their man moved, and they're going to talk about it. He went into the neutral zone. Ball clock at 2:53. It's a 5-yard penalty, make it 3rd and 10. A questionable interpretation of the rule. Let's see if Maryville can make something happen here. Smith. That Smith, the quarterback, a little swing pass out here to Bunch. Bunch is not going to get the first down. He'll get close. 4th and short, but way down deep in their own territory. Maryville's going to punt about a 2-yard distance for the first down. Maryville decides to punt, and Hubbs has not gotten a good foot on the ball yet, although he is going against the wind. Maryville has to call a timeout. Oh, they called a delay. Another delay. That's the 3rd delay. There's still only 10 guys on the field. Official whistle. Kinsey back deep.
Please reset the game clock to be 1 minute, 40 seconds. 1:40. Thank you.
Clock going to be reset. Which actually helps the Vikings.
Timeout, Maryville. First charge, timeout of the half.
Maryville gets a timeout called. Not sure what they're deciding here. The Vikings have 2 timeouts as well. Coach Hayes wants to make sure that they get a good punt off and no return. As this team has shown over the last couple of years, they've got big play potential. They already hurt Maryville with a 44-yard one-play drive on their last possession. It was after Maryville recovered a fumble and then went 3 and out. Birchfield 5 of 6 for 73 yards. Gavin Gary 2 of 3 for 53 yards. Both have thrown a touchdown. Smith 7 of 8 for 67 yards, 1 touchdown. And Trevor Thomas 1 of 3. Bunch, the leading rusher for both teams. Bunch has 27 yards on 8 carries. Murray 4 on 12. Good snap. It's a nice punt. Going to go to the sideline and gets out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. The third 3 and out for Maryville, though. They need to put some drives together to give the defense a rest. Wide out this side is Charlie Aiken. Quarterback is Birchfield. Going to go back to pass. Going to throw the ball deep. Incomplete. And they're just running right by Jeremy Harnett. He's got to get with him. Harnett, a senior, 5'11", 175. He's got the speed. He just needs to stay with his man. 2nd and 10. Maryville looking to blitz. Off the corner. Pass right in the hole there. Complete for a 20, almost 25 yards. Coming out of the backfield. 1:24 left to go. Back to pass. Watkins looking to throw the ball deep. Touchdown. Kinsey just ran right by Andrew Collins. That one hurt if you're Maryville. Maryville played such good defense until the last 2 series. Last drive before this was 1 play, 44 yards. This one was 2 plays or 3 plays, 52 yards. And the extra point's good. 21-7 your score, and Maryville will be heading back to the locker room with 1:12 left to go before they do. The drives will give you at halftime, but it's 21-7. Maryville has run more plays. Most of those were in the first quarter. They had a couple of good drives, and after that, they've been stopped. Passing yardage for the Vikings, 178 of their 204 yards. 21-7 your score here. Maryville down to Berry. Throwing at will. Collier back deep as well as Hardnett back. And it might be Pierre Watkins back there. And Hardnett. And Collier. And picking the ball up and getting some good yardage there. Number 42 is Trace Condra from Whitwell, Tennessee. A sophomore, 5'10", 190. Puts the Maryville Scots in about the best field position they've been in this quarter. So Maryville's got 2 timeouts and 1:05 left with the score Berry 21, Maryville 7. Maryville defense needs to stay off the field here. And it's Murray up the middle for 3 yards.
Rodney Murray carries the ball. Tackle made by Alex Arkendahl. Gain of 3, second down 7 at the 36.
Maryville in no hurry. Look like they're and this official out of bounds. Nice catch though, but out of bounds. It's a nice design play. The receiver though had the ball thrown behind him and apparently came down out of bounds. So 3rd down and 7 with 24 seconds left to go. I suspect Maryville will run this one. Back to pass. And he'll throw it out of bounds.
Smith's pass is incomplete. Pressure by Brendan.
So it'll be 4th down.
4th down 8 at the 35.
4th and, let's call it 8. Maryville has to punt.
Ian Hubbs comes in to punt deep for Berry, number 13, Cade.
Back deep will be Cade Kennemore from South Pittsburgh in Tennessee here. It's going to be a high punt, and it's going to be angle out, and it's going to be touched at the 40-yard line. So that'll give the Vikings one play, leading 21-7 before halftime. But again, Maryville goes 3 and out. Their last 4 possessions. Receiving wise, it's Kinsey, 5 receptions, 92 yards, 18.4 yards per catch. And TJ Watkins, 4 receptions, 86 yards, 21.5 yards per catch. So that is the halftime. It's Maryville down by 14 to the Berry University Vikings. It's 21-7, and I'll be back after a few minutes with your statistics and first half wrap-up. Welcome back, everybody. Halftime score here. Just before halftime, Maryville down to Berry, the Vikings, 21-7. And as we talked about in the pregame, long plays hurt Maryville, a 50-yard. Now let's get the drives and I'll be able to tell you that. The drives, the first one was just a short pass, and with 12:55 left to go, Kinsey caught a pass from quarterback Birchfield for Berry. Extra point was good. It was 7-0. Maryville comes back down the field on the second play in the second quarter. A 30-yard pass from Nelson Smith to Austin Burke. Extra point was good. And with 14:19 left to go in the second period, it was 7-7. Then with 4:29 left to go after Maryville short punt, Kinsey catches a 40-yard pass from Gavin Gray. It was a one-play drive. So that made it 14-0 with 4:29 left to go. And then again, after Maryville gets a fumble and holds inside their 5-yard line, goes 3 and out, another short punt, and Kinsey grabs a 30-yard. That wasn't Kinsey. It was, I believe it was 14. T.J. Watkins grabs the pass and goes 30 yards for a touchdown, and Maryville is down 21-7 with 1:12 left to go. So that's your scoring drives: 2 30-yard pass, 44-yard pass, and a short field for the Maryville's defense, or for the Viking defense, gives them ample opportunity. Maryville leads in first down, 7-6. Most of those came in the first half. As I said, in the second period, Maryville defending inside their own territory most of the time. Maryville on third down is 4 of 9. Berry is 0 of 4. They haven't needed them. Maryville has run 32 plays. The Vikings 25. Maryville has 128 total yards, 71 rushing, 57 passing. Berry has 204 yards, 178 yards passing, only 26 yards rushing. Maryville's rushed 18 times, make that 19 times for 57 yards. And the Vikings have rushed 12 times for 26 yards. Maryville's punted 5 times for 156 yards, 31-yard average, and most of those punts came against the wind. So hopefully that'll be a better opportunity. 2 punts for the Vikings, averaging 41.5 yards per punt. Maryville 33-yard of return on the 2 punts, and the Vikings 64-yard returns on the 5 punts. Penalties, Maryville 5 for 25. All those penalties were either offsides or delay of game. 2 penalties, 10 yards for the Vikings. Vikings have had 2 fumbles. They lost 1. Maryville had the ball 19 minutes and 35 seconds, and the Vikings 10 minutes and 25 seconds. Most of that came in the first period. Leading passer Nelson Smith, 7 of 10 for 67 yards for Maryville. Trevor Thomas, 1 of 3 for 4 yards. Nelson Smith has the 1 touchdown pass. Then the Vikings are out on the field ready to go, and Maryville just gets out on the field now, getting ready to receive the kick. Jacob Bunch, leading rusher, 8 of 27, 3.4 yards. Nelson Smith, 4 rushes, 3.8 yards per rush. He's got 15 yards. Rodney Murray, 5 rushing attempts, 15 yards. Isaiah Dawson, 4 rushing attempts, 13 yards. Joe Wallace, 2 for 6. Not much there for the Vikings on rushing. Receiving, it is the All-American Kimsey, number 12, 5 receptions, 92 yards, 18 yards per reception. His longest was 44. T.J. Watkins, 4 receptions, 86 yards. His longest was 21.5. Excuse me, his average is 21.5. So we get ready to go as Maryville and Berry start the second half. Maryville down 21-7. See if Maryville can get rolling here. That ball may be at the 1 yard line. Yeah, that ball's going to be down at the 1 yard line. Okay, the referee, the back judge was signaling that it was down there, but he caught the ball initially, I guess, in the end zone and muffed it out. That would have been a very bad start for Maryville. That ball would have been on about the half-yard line. Maryville's special teams have not been very good. So here we go to start the second half. Maryville will start out with Smith at quarterback. Cannot see the tailback. They'll go back to pass right away. Man was wide open, and Smith does not throw the ball. The receiver for Maryville, Jacob Cortez, was wide open, and Smith just did not throw the ball. 2nd and 8 as he scrambled out for 2 yards. Smith still learning. He'll go back to pass. No handoff, quick draw play. Up the middle and no yardage. Maryville's not going to get anywhere. Maybe a half a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Maryville moving right to left. Wind has stopped. 3rd and 7. Little blitz from the outside. Pass hits the ground. Incomplete. Pass was low, intended for Cortez, and it'll be 4th down. Maryville goes 3 and out. Hubbs getting ready to punt. Kinsey back to return. For Barry. Good snap. And Maryville muffs the punt. And Hubbs tries to run it out and gets tackled on his own 26-yard line. 1st and 10 on the Maryville 26. Maryville, a timeout, delay a game. Maryville had to spend a timeout. They had one guy short of field. That's inexcusable. Simeon, Simeon Watson came in at corner, but Jamal Ware went in there. So Maryville taking some time here right at the coming out of the half. 2 bad things happened. 1, they muffed the punt. 2nd, they don't send enough men on the field on the first defensive play. Long pass downfield. It's caught for a touchdown. One play, touchdown. Birchfield down to Luke Burke. They have absolutely destroyed Maryville's defensive backs. Extra point wobbles through, and it's good. So it's 28-7 with 13:08 left to go in this third quarter. We'll be right back. Well, that drive was one play, about 26 yards, and it's 28-7 with 13:08 left to go. See if Maryville came out of the locker room. I'm not sure if they were ready to go. And there's the kick, and it's going to come down to Watkins at the 10. Watkins breaks it through across the 25, now across the 31. So a good run back by Watkins. So the ball at the 31. Let's see if Maryville can do some things here other than 3 and out. They'll go back to pass. It's caught complete. We're going to have a first down, and that is Pierre Watkins with the first down out to the 45. So first and 10 for Maryville. It's the best field position Maryville has had since 14:21 of the second quarter. They'll switch up their defense. It's going to be a little option. And stepping out of bounds. Get about 2 yards is Smith. Defensive back did a good thing there, the cornerback. As he hit the receivers, he was going downfield. Quick pass up the middle, caught complete, and getting the first down and a little bit more is Brandon Cloyd. Ball inside the Viking territory at the 42. Smith, the quarterback, going to hand the ball off, and getting just a couple of yards is Trevin Thrower, freshman from Worth County, Sylvester, Georgia, 5'7", 180. Sylvester, Georgia, somewhere down there west of Savannah, I believe. It'll be second down and 10. Chris Hawkins, a freshman running back in there from Jefferson City. Motion man is Ogle. Hawkins going to get a couple of yards. So he gets across the 40, get down to the 38 of LaGrange. About 4 on that carry. Chris Hawkins, 5'10", 170. 3rd and 5. Ball's caught, but it's going to be 4th down. You got to get the first down and stand there. Burke gets 4. It's 4th and 1. Maryville looking for the plays. Bunch, I believe, is the tailback. Maryville's 4th delay of the game. And Coach Hayes is saying, you've got to let us know. If I'm not mistaken, they have to count down with hand signals when there's no clock on the field and there's no clock to see. That's a big penalty, makes it 4th and 6. Pass complete. And they're going to get the first down. And that was to Watkins. The defender was Mark Summerfield. Or Quincy Shelton, excuse me. It's a first down. And when you throw quick passes like that, you can get a little drive going, which Maryville has at the 31 of the Vikings. 8:20 left to go in this third period, 28-7. Little screen pass to the backside, down the sideline and out of bounds goes Chris Hawkins, the freshman. Be second down and maybe 1. If you're on defense or Barry, you're thinking going to go for the end zone here. And they're playing way up. And the quarterback, Smith, gets around the linebacker for a first down as he outran Blake Phillips. Make that A.M. Harris. So Maryville at the 12-yard line, 1st and 10 at the 12. 7:28 left to go. 28-7, Maryville down. Maryville back to pass. Here comes the blitz. And they're going to... Ball goes back to the 17. It'll be 2nd and 15. As an offensive coordinator, you've got to know they're probably going to come for the blitz. You've got to run short passes, and everybody was covered, but they were well downfield. Little crossing pass pattern in those situations are pretty good. 6:48 left to go. 2nd and 15. Little outside sweep. And that goes to the tailback, Hawkins. It'll be third down and 12. Ball at the 14-yard line. 6:19 left to go. Tailback for Maryville is Thrower. Smith looking at the blitz. Going to throw the ball out. Caught. No. Dropped. Tough catch determined by Watkins. So Maryville's going to send in the field goal unit, I believe. Hub's getting ready. Field goal attempt will be 32 yards. Ogle the holder. Little chip shot. Looks good from here. Let's see what the officials say. And it's good. It's 28-10 with 5:55 left to go here in this third quarter. Maryville down to Berry. Pretty good drive by the Scots. Started on about their 31, I believe it was. Waiting for the stats to rack up here. So Maryville will go back on defense, and back on offense will go the Berry Vikings, leading 28-10 with 5:55 left to go here in the third quarter. Hub's getting ready to kick, and it's going to be a little punch, and it's caught at the 33-yard line. And tackle made about the 35. Ball going to be set at the 40-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for Berry College. Last time Berry had the ball, it was a one-play drive, 25-yard touchdown pass to Kennemore. Little run up the middle. And that's going to be about 4 or 5. The tailback was Zach Fuller, 5'6", 175-pounder. New quarterback is, well, he was in before, and that's Gavin Gray. And it's intercepted and then fumbled and then picked up and then fumbled and then picked up. The ball was intercepted by Bo Herring, the junior linebacker from Navarre, Florida, on the west coast of Florida. Looked like the ball was tipped. So Maryville takes over with good field position at the Viking 47-yard line. That's the second turnover for the Vikings with 4:59 left to go in this third quarter. Maryville will send in a quarterback, Trevor Thomas. Little handoff, and getting up in there into the mesh is Kerry Hardwick, a running back from Bradenton, Florida. Back in there, Tevin Thrower, a freshman running back from Sylvester, Georgia. 2nd and 10. Go back to pass. And throw the ball downfield, and it is going to be knocked away. Pass intended for Jacob Cortez. Like Cortez from Lenore City. Got some good size, good speed. Jumped just a little early there. But long pass thrown late in the play. There's 11. Be 3rd down and 10. Third and 10. Maryville trying to get something going, down 28-10 here in the 3rd quarter. Smith back to pass. Going to be flushed from the pocket. And he'll throw an interception. He threw it right into the hands. Right into the hands of Simeon. Make that right into the hands of Alex Kirkendall. 1st and 10. So this is where Maryville's got to watch out right now for that long pass. That last drive by Maryville, 13 plays, 55 yards. Took 6 minutes and 46 seconds. The last 3 touchdowns by the Vikings drives were less than a minute. And there's a little running back up, handoff up the middle, and now they're going to pound it. And that's a 9-yard gain. The gain by Jordan, make that Isaiah Dawson, a junior from Druid Hills High School in Decatur, Georgia. He's 5'10", 200. Quarterback is still Gavin Gray. H-back comes in. It's Hayden Murphy. He's right behind the right tackle. Back to pass. Going to throw the ball long and downfield, just off the fingertips of T.J. Watkins. Stevens on the defense. Into the defensive line goes Ronald Eccles, a senior, 6'1", 285 from Statesville, North Carolina. Also in is Austin Smith, a freshman from Allen C. Pope High School in Marietta, Georgia. 3rd down and 1. And it's just going to be a quarterback draw, and they'll get the 1st down, and that was their Wildcat setup. It was Corby Wilson with the 1-yard run for the 1st down.
Austin Smith in on the tackle at the 46. It's 1st and 10.
Ball at the 46-yard line of Maryville. Maryville down 28-10 late in the 3rd quarter with 2:45 left to go. Little handoff and breaking first tackle and getting some good yardage is Isaiah Dawson.
Isaiah Dawson carries the ball. Hayden Tanner makes the tackle at the 39. It's 2nd down and 3.
Tanner on the tackle for Maryville. Vikings in no hurry, up 28-10. 3rd down, make it 2nd down, and let's call it 3. And there's going to be a hold, probably. Pass was complete, though. Pass was complete to Wallace. It's going to be holding, though. 10 yards, it's a spot foul. Good job by Maryville to get around there. back to the 49. So it'll be second down and 13. The line to gain is the 36-yard line. Kennemore and Aiken wide to this side for the Vikings. They'll go back to pass. Little screen pass, and Maryville eats it up. Ball's on the ground, and looks like Maryville got the fumble. Maryville gets the ball on the screen pass. The pass went to Joe Wallace, and Hardnett knocked the ball away. So the ball is at the Maryville 30, make it the Viking 34-yard line. Make it 33. Make it 43, excuse me. First and 10. So with 1:11 left in the third quarter, the third turnover by the Vikings. Maryville will send Smith in at quarterback. Nelson Smith, the sophomore, 6'1", 195 from Beach High School. Goodlettsville, Tennessee. He'll go back to pass. Get a little swing pass outside, and first tackler missed, and that was Chris Hawkins with a good run. And that's what you got to do on that play. You got to get that first guy to miss, because if you do, you've got yourself a good gain, and they get, let's call it 7. Hawkins again from Dandridge, Tennessee, went to Jefferson City High School. Nelson Smith will send man in motion. And we've got a flag out here. Good gain for the first down, but that's going to come back. And Maryville's killing itself. There is some leeway that officials can usually give, but apparently it was outside the envelope. That's a coaching issue that they'll address next week. So instead of first and 10, it's second down and 8. 20 seconds, clock running. Try to run one more play before the halftime, maybe. And pass is incomplete as Smith threw behind the intended receiver, Jamal Ware. Ware was a linebacker last year. So that's the end of the third quarter. Maryville down to the Vikings, 28-10 here at Maryville College. We'll be right back. Maryville gets the ball back. Some good hustle all the way around. Trying to scrap and scrape. Maryville replaced a lot of heavy-duty players from last year and trying to work some things out and doing a pretty good job right now. Causing 3 turnovers. So the ball shifts from one side of the field to the other. It's fourth down, and Maryville will have the ball at the Viking 41-yard line. Maryville would like to get some points on the board quickly here. And if they get 7, they are within 11 points. Smith looking to the sideline for the play. Now we've got an official timeout. adjusting the chains on the far side of the field. Be third down and 8. Penalty put Maryville back there. They had gotten the first down, but in illegal motion, Maryville been penalized for probably, let's see if what we've got, 65 yards. No, I'll get it here in a second. Smith back to pass, looking, and again it's short and incomplete. Smith just a little short on a couple of passes. Maryville 7 penalties for 35. All of them, of course, 5-yarders. It's fourth down. So for the first time today, Maryville is going to punt without a brisk wind in their face. Back deep is Kennemore. Good snap. And a short punt. Punt goes to the 27-yard line. And that's where Berry will take over, first and 10 here in the fourth quarter, leading Maryville 28-10, 14:47 left to go. New quarterback is, he's got a little toss sweep out here. Coming out to Darius Barnum, a freshman, 5'6", 190. Gets about 5. Jacorius Jackson on the tackle. Quarterback is Heath Birchfield. Kennemore in motion. So the little swing pass out to Kennemore. Kennemore makes the man miss, and they're going to stop him before the first down. Tackle made by Bradley Sisler, a linebacker from South Doyle High School, wearing number 35. He did get the first down. Good to see local people out there. Sisler playing for Clark Duncan at South Doyle. Back to pass. And just a quick pass, and they're going to get out 4 or 5. And that was Birchfield to Kimsey. He's going to get 6. I think let's call that 4. He'll get make it 2nd and 6 with 3:13 left to go. Maryville's defense really stepping up today. Been on the field a long time. Offense has a few hiccups, but those will be worked out. Birchfield going to hand the ball off inside. Getting close to the first down, but tackled quickly by Trey Chandler. Good tackle by Chandler. It's going to be short of the first down. About a yard. Third down, and let's call it 2. Ball carrier is Austin Shiver. Birchfield with the handoff, and Maryville seems to hold. On the tackle was Michael Williams, 5'7", 155-pounder from, that's not Michael Williams. It's Jamal Ware, the senior from Bessemer, Alabama. Good tackle, Jamal. So the ball at the 45-yard line will be fourth down. Back deep for Maryville will be Clayton Ogle. Good snap. And it's going to be a low punt. And it hits at about the 20. Takes a left-hand turn and goes out of bounds at the 16. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Maryville. 11:25 left to go in the game. Maryville down 28-10. Maryville will be back at home in 2 weeks. Hanover will be here. And that's a 1 p.m. start. 2 weeks from now. Next week, Maryville goes to Danville, Kentucky. Maryville looking to pass. And it's going to be thrown out of bounds. That was got a flag down. It's going to be against Maryville, it looks like. Looking at the body language.
Second down 10 and the 17.
Maryville's quarterback is Trevor Thomas. No flag or no penalty. Flags picked up. 11:18 left to go in this game. Maryville down by 18 points. Make something happen, fellas. Back to pass. Going to be a quarterback draw. Quarterback's going to get about 4 to 5 yards. He's going to get out to the 21 or 22. Good gutsy run by Thomas. Thomas from Pepperville High School, Lindale, Georgia. 6 feet tall, 160-pound sophomore. 3rd and 5. 10:45 left to go in the game. Thomas going to hand the ball off, and it's going to be a big loss as that was sniffed out very nicely by Brandon Palmer, the senior linebacker. So the ball goes all the way back to the 16. It'll be 4th down. Turnovers have hurt the Berry College Vikings as far as possession, but Maryville has not been able to capitalize. Back deep is Mason Kinsey from Demorest, Georgia. Here comes somebody again right in the middle. And it hits one of their players, and they'll pick it up. It's the second time somebody got in from Berry, and it was Joe Wallace right up the middle. Logan Ecke picked the ball up after it hit him and got the ball, actually kind of ran backwards, got the ball and was tackled at the Berry 42-yard line. 1st and 10, Berry. 5 men in the pattern. Quarterback, Birchfield. 9:44 left to go. Going to go back to pass. And not sure where the quarterback was throwing. It looked like the intended receiver was Cade Kennemore, and he went right and the ball went left. Good coverage by Maryville. 2nd and 10. Tailback is Isaiah Dawson. Birchfield again with Dawson in the backfield. 2nd down and 10. And they'll give it to Dawson, and he gets some good yardage over the right side of that line to the 49-yard line. Good hard tackle by Maryville. 9:25 left to go. 3rd down 4 at the Maryville 49. Birchfield. Go back to pass. We're going to have a flag, and it's caught complete out there by Kimsey. He'll get the first down, but probably illegal motion.
He ran up the line, but he didn't encroach.
See what the call is.
Against the defense, that penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
Didn't hear what the penalty was, but it is a first down.
Called him offside, but he didn't come across the line.
Birchfield back to pass. Pressure by Maryville. Pass downfield and incomplete.
Oh, no! No! It wasn't catchable.
If anything, we're going to call pass interference, but what I saw was the tight end McKay Cobble pushing off the defense. They're going to call pass interference against Maryville. The defender, linebacker,
It wasn't catchable.
25. Looked like pretty good defense, but first and 10 at 8:28 left to go in the game.
Get the ball, Maryville. Take it out.
And Maryville makes a quick tackle there, number 32 on the tackle.
Joe Wallace carries the ball.
That's Kaylin Davis.
And Kyle Riddle in on the
Kyle Riddle also on the tackle.
first and 10 Berry at the 18.
Ball at the 18-yard line. Gonna throw over the middle, incomplete. Defender that time on a hard tackle is Kaylin Davis, a junior defensive back from Osborne High School, Marietta, Georgia. He's a junior defensive back, 5'11", 160, second and 10.
At the 18.
7:55 left to go. Ball at the 18, second and 10.
Ball. Come on, intercept it.
Knees down.
Birchfield's pass complete to T.J. Watkins.
Watkins,
19. Third down and 11.
it's a bit of a loss there. The third and 11 now from the 19-yard line. Birchfield will be the signal caller. Tailback is Darius Barnum. We'll go back to pass. The lefty throws the ball, and it is incomplete and almost intercepted by Maryville's Simeon Watson. So that's going to be fourth down.
Simeon Watson there defensively for Maryville. Fourth down and 11 at the 19.
Looks like they're going to go for a field goal. Field goal attempt will be 36 yards. The attempt made by Trey Gregory, senior. 32-yard attempt. High snap. Kick is long. And the officials signal good. 31-10 your score. 7:04. Maryville holds there, and they'll go back on offense after holding the Vikings to a field goal. 31-10 your score. 7:04 left to go.
Sponsors for this, the 1920 season. One partnership, Pincho Markets, Go Tees, Premier Transportation, the Commonwealth Management, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse.
Maryville College Athletic Department would like to thank our key sponsors for this season, 2019 and 20. Those partners are Blunt Partnership, Kenjo Markets, Goatees, Premier Transportation. They take the Scots all over the country, wherever they go. LeConte Wealth Management, the Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. Thank them for making Blount County and Maryville community such a special home for all Maryville College students. So 7:04 left to go in the game, 31-10 your score. Maryville back to receive. Time running out. They would like to make something happen. Run something back would be nice. And this one's going to sail out of bounds. So that's going to come out.
Okay. 35-yard line.
So that'll come out to the 35. And do we have a penalty?
Yeah, he threw a flag down there. He picked it back up.
Okay, the infraction is for the ball going out of bounds. So Maryville will start at the 30-yard line. Just taking a look down there at Jaden Harris, the senior from Greenback, Tennessee at center. He's worked his head off today. He's just 5'10", 255. Quite a player. Branch in the backfield. Little swing pass. And Branch is going to get himself going to get himself about 7 or 8 yards on the swing pass from Smith. Second down in. We've got an injured player on the field. Look at these stats. One good thing, Maryville has held the Vikings quite handily on third down. They are just 2 of 8 on third down. Some individual statistics. Nelson Smith for Maryville, 120 yards passing on 20 attempts and 13 catches, 1 touchdown. Birchfield, 12 of 17, 164 yards. Gavin Gray, 3 of 6 for 45. Rushing, Jacob Bunch, 8 for 27. And Smith, the quarterback, 8 for 24. On the Viking side, Isaiah Dawson, 7 attempts, 35 yards. Wallace and Barnum have 17 and 11, respectively. Mason Kimsey, big day, 103 yards on 7 receptions, 3 touchdowns. Jacob Bunch in the backfield. Little screen pass, and he's going to get the first down as he spins across the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Scots. Bunch played, I believe, 5 or 6 games last year and was injured right here on the field. Broken leg or ankle, can't remember which one it was. Smith, the quarterback. He'll go back to pass, and he fumbles the ball, and it looks like Maryville has the ball. It's going to be a loss back to the 35, and knocking the ball away from Maryville was Jack Luker, knocking the ball away. Second and 21. Nelson Smith trying to get something going for the Scots. Going to hand the ball off to Bunch. He'll break it to the outside. Bunch going to spin and get through 4 or 5 yards. He's going to get to the 48 or 49. Bright spot today, Bunch, and offense needs to get a little clicking. Hard to replace Elijah Chenier from last year, but they'll do it. It's going to take some time. Number 16th ranked team in the country coming in here today. Maryville doing a pretty good job. Score 31-10. Got a timeout. Defensive coordinator on the other side of the field, which is Nate Masters, calls a timeout. So we're sitting here toward the end of the game. It's 4:35 left to go. 31-10 your score. Maryville down. Maryville will be heading up to Center next week, another top 25 team, to play in Danville, Virginia. Then they come back the following week, and they'll play Hanover here. Hanover in Indiana. But they'll play here at 1 o'clock. Receiving for Maryville, Austin Burke, 3 receptions, 50 yards. Pierre Watkins, 2 for 21. Bunch, 4 for 21. Chris Hawkins, 3 for 20. Touchdown, Austin Burke. Third down and 20. Smith, back to pass. And over the head of the little outlet man. It was for Murray. Yeah, that was Murray, number 29. So it'll be 4th down. Hubbs getting ready to punt. 4th down, 19, and back deep for the nice punt. Back to the 20 and rolls down the sideline inside the 10-yard line. And Ian Hubbs gets off a tremendous punt, and it's going to be down inside the 5. Flag's going to be on, looks like the Vikings. We'll see what the officials say.
After the play, demo, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 10 of the receiving team. After this is goal, first down.
So that's going to drive Maryville punt even further back. So it was on the Vikings. So the ball at the 7 should go down to the 3.5. Good punt by Hubbs. A boomer. And took a big bounce right along the sidelines. Maryville has to be aware of a big play here. 4:17 left to go. Maryville would sure like to hold here. Little toss sweep, Birchfield. And getting out of bounds, out to the outside and getting the first down. On a little toss, it was Darius Barnum, freshman from Snellville, Georgia. Carries it out to the 14-yard line. 1st and 10. Little handoff up into the mesh, and again, some decent yardage. See where the ball goes to that time. Clock continues to run. Ball out to the 22-yard line. 3:19 left to go. Maryville down 31-10. Second and 2. Birchfield, high snap, picks it up, but hands it off, and ball gets about 2 yards downfield into the scrum. Fuller gets the first down. Good tackle, though, by Maryville. Good internal block on the inside by Jacob Bishop from the Vikings. Ball out to the 25, and the Vikings eating up the clock. Birchfield. Little toss sweep to Fuller. Fuller turns to the outside. Fuller's going to get probably 3 or 4 yards as he goes out of bounds before he gets to the 30-yard line. That'll stop the clock. Good running hustle over there by Caden Harbin of Maryville. Came from the right side, the linebacker from Halls High School in Knoxville, Tennessee. Came all the way from the right side to get involved in the tackle on that play. Clock under 1 minute, 1:35 left to go. Birchfield, the quarterback, gone most of the way today. And into the mesh. And down goes the ball carrier. A host of tacklers. Dawson. Tackle made by Maryville. Tackle made by Trevor Thomas, defensive lineman. Nice tackle, Thomas. Also in there for Maryville's Blaine Miller from Vidalia, Georgia. Austin Smith from Marietta in there. Under 1 minute to go, 45 seconds left to go. Birchfield takes the ball in a little misdirection play that went awry. And we'll assign the tackle to Blake Miller. Taylor Thomas also in there. 4th and 9. 22 seconds left to go. And they don't have to do anything here if they don't want to. So Maryville in its opening game, a hard-fought loss, 31-10. And they will head next week to Center College in Danville, Virginia to play the Colonels. And that's the ball game. Maryville goes down today, 31-10. Some miscues, long plays were the big fear of the game today, and pretty much happened today. Josh, take care, buddy. Coach Cartagena. So Maryville will regroup next week. Some quick stats for y'all as we end the game here. For Maryville, 12 first downs, 6 passing, 6 rushing. Third down efficient, 4 of 16. They were doing pretty well until the second half. Fourth down efficiency, 1 of 2. Maryville ran 62 plays with a total of 197 yards, averaging 3.2 yards per play. They were 16 of 29 for 130 yards, 136 yards passing, 4.7 yards per pass. They recorded 2 sacks for 15 yards. They had 1 pass interception. They rushed net rushing yards 61 on 33 attempts. Average gain per rush 1.8. Punts, they had 8 of them for 251 yards. They had 1 interception, and they had 2 fumbles, which they did not lose. They won the time of possession, 35 minutes and 22 seconds. And as I say that, the stats go haywire. So that's all the stats I have. Let's see if I can compare with you. They come back up. The drive scenario, the first touchdown was by Berry University. Mason Kinsley got a 6-yard pass from Birchfield. The extra point was good at 12:55 left to go in the first quarter. It was 7-0. Maryville came right back on the first or second play in the second quarter. 30-yard pass from Nelson Smith to Austin Burke. Hub's extra point was good. It was 7-7 with 4:19 left to go. And the Berry Vikings struck quickly. 4:29 left to go in the second period. A 1-yard drive, 40-yard pass from Gavin Gray to Mason Kinsey made it 14-7. And just before halftime with 12 seconds left, Kinsey got a 30-yard pass from Birchfield, making it 28-7 with 1:22 left to go. In the third quarter, Kennemore 25-yard pass from Birchfield, making it 28-7. 13:08 left. Maryville couldn't muster anything but a field goal with 5:55 left to go. Hard-fought yardage. Hubs kicks a 32-yard field goal, making it 28-10. And Trey Gregory kicked a field goal with 7:04 left to go in the fourth quarter, making it 31-10. Your final score, Berry 31, Maryville 10. Maryville goes to 0-1. Plays center next week at Danville. And Berry College goes to 1-0. Berry ranked number 16 in the country coming in here, and all things going aside and what Maryville had to replace and what they had to do, I think they did a pretty good job against one of the top-rated teams in the country. Maryville loses today 31-10. We'll be back in 2 weeks. 1 o'clock kickoff versus Hanover. This is George DeBobby saying so long, everybody. See you down the road.